Let's bring in Dan Ives, Managing Director of Equity Research with Wedbush Securities. Great to see you.
Hey, great to be here.
Very, very busy times. I mean, you don't even know which piece of this to start with, and you've been quite clear about how bad you think this strike is going to be for the big three if they get what they're demanding. Is there any way in which Tesla also comes out a loser here because its workers demand more? It tries to unionize them or something to that effect?
Sure. I mean, there's always been a fear of unions at Tesla. I just see that as basically minimal probability that's going to ever happen. I think Tesla, it's a win-win situation because when you look at the big three, what's happening here, it's a debacle in Detroit because ultimately this is going to be passed to the consumer when eventually they do get a deal. And the EV strategy, I mean, this is a gut punch to borrow Farley what they've built over the years. And I think that's really the frustration right now in this Rubik's Cube, where I believe the UAW deal, if they took that, it would essentially impair the business models for us in the next decade.
For the big three, that is. It will impair the business model because they'll be forced to pay so much more to the workforce that they will not be able to invest in the conversion to electric vehicles?
Exactly. I mean, if they actually sign this deal, I mean, these business models, the street would basically view it as an Everest-like uphill battle to ever be successful because it's ultimately one hand tied behind their back. They're going up against non-union Tesla, non-union Rivian, foreign automakers, and that's why right now champagne on ice has been for Tesla in terms of the pending competition that's coming out of Detroit. And that's why this UAW, it's a nightmare on Elm Street in terms of what's happened in Detroit.
Why is it that Tesla's demand has been so soft? Is it simply that they've overproduced and they can't cut prices enough because there's just no pent-up demand additionally for EVs? And there's another, but why is it that those delivery numbers and that they have so much excess inventory right now? How long is it going to take for that to be absorbed?
And so we think it's really fourth quarter. I mean, if I look overall, take a step back, if you look at 1.8 million, what I believe is going to be deliveries for the year, that's a super strong number relative to the environment. I think margins trough, and Phil's talked about that as well. Q4, I think you have Cybertruck that starts production, a refresh of Model 3, and I think in China, they actually start to gain more share. That's why, in our view, this is more of what I view as a pause into the next phase of the Tesla growth story, which is why we've been telling our investors here, you continue to own this name.
How did they go from not being able, a year ago, not being able to meet demand to the situation where they are right now?
Yeah,
what happened?
Look, demand definitely softened. We've seen that in China in terms of essentially a price war that's happened in China. But I believe the poker move of cutting prices, that was the right thing. I think we've seen it in the stock in terms of stimulating demand for Tesla. But no doubt, they are definitely going through a transition in terms of what we're seeing with demand in the U.S. globally. But if you look at scale and where we believe they could get to production, we're going to be looking at next year or two a company that's going to be 2.5 million, ultimately in the 3 million. What they're going to see from a delivery as well as a production. I think this is just, Tyler, in my opinion, this is just what I'll call the middle phases of the next phase of the Tesla growth story taking place.
I wonder, though, about competing with BYD. I mean, they have more models. They update them more quickly. They have more colors. You know, it's already, Chinese models are like some of the top selling vehicles in Europe already. They also have, what's the smaller one with the four letters? Anyway, it's not just BYD, which is formidable, but there's other Chinese automakers as well. And you read about these are not like, low-cost, cheap businesses. BYD is it's like the Japan of the 2020s in terms of the impact that Japanese automakers had on the market back then. So you do wonder if Tesla, even having an advantage to the big three, how does it not get undercut? And if they keep the Chinese cars out of this market, maybe it'll be fine. But how does it not get undercut?
Look, this is an arms race. I mean, this is a Game of Thrones that's going on. And you see what happened in China. I've seen it firsthand. BYD, NIO, Xpeng, and others. I mean, it's some of the best EVs out there. I think where Tesla has been so successful is because of their ability to expand gig in terms of Shanghai, what they've been able to do from a price perspective. And the Chinese consumer, especially in the high end or rising middle class, they do want Teslas. But to your point, do Chinese EV vehicles come here into the U.S.? Ultimately, that actually becomes the issue because that's going to be.
What do you think will happen? If you have a second Trump administration, there will be presumably tariffs or protections against the importation of Chinese vehicles. I would guess.
So
I don't know.
They're still on him from his first administration.
Well, yeah, they're still on it.
Yeah.
And I think what's happened right now. Look what's happening out of the Beltway. Detroit Big Three. I mean, it's been gut punches from UAW. But now, if you ultimately have Chinese EVs come in, that would just add to the worry. So I continue to see that as a cement wall that does benefit Tesla, benefits the big three. But right now, they're in that cage match with the UAW, where, in my opinion, that's really the frustration that's building, not just in Detroit, but across the industry.
It seems the one missing plank for Tesla would be if they had a Model 2 or some kind of lower cost mass market car that could compete against the Chinese or just make it more affordable for a lot of Americans who might be tempted to switch. But that feels like it's just way off in the distance at this point.
But I believe by the end of next year, a sub-30K vehicle is introduced by Musk, plus with Cybertruck. And that's why I just view this is in the early days, even with Supercharger and the sum of the parts. This is not an auto company. This is a disruptive technology company. That's why we're buying here, despite what I'll call definitely nothing right home about type of 3Q delivery number.
All right. Dan, thanks for now. We appreciate it. Dan Ives.